Pro League.
So get on in here.
Hello.
And bring up the map veto system for you.
Do the zoomy zoom.
The zoom. And then we'll go at the bottom and see where we're going to go. Well, Coastline and Clubhouse are not available.
Border's gone.
Border's gone. We want to see Border. There will be no cafe. We're going to go back to Consulate. All right. So, it's a repeat, Michael.
Okay.
Back to the map that we just played on.
So when we played on Consulate, it did seem like Na'Vi didn't really have much strategy. It seemed like Empire was running their standard Consulate. I want to see what we have for these teams because there's some pretty distinct Consulate strategies that tend to come out.
I think they're going to win. I'm a genius.
So yeah, Sisu have 15 rounds
so far
going into today. Out of all of their play days,
5 play days, 15 rounds, averages 3 rounds a match. That's it, and that's Red Devils numbers.
Well, like we were just saying that we were talking about during the break because Red Devils had like what they had 11.
They had 11 through 5.
6th play day.
Yeah, they had 11 through 5 instead of 15.
And now Red Devils sit at 17.
Yeah,
but they also have played a whole extra play day, so that doesn't count.
All right, well, let's get into this one.
Yep. So it's definitely been a bad run for Sisu. And seeing those percentages, not shocking. But the thing that we always like to say, and this is true, while yes, Sisu have been absolutely, indisputably having a really bad run so far, they have they're just amazing players on that roster.
The roster's too good for how they've been playing.
And it's the same thing with Penta. It's not exactly a unique thing. It just comes down to how competitive how competitive Pro League is in general. I mean, G2 is in 6th right now. I can't say that number, but I'm not going to try again because I've never been able to say it. And they find themselves in a position.
Wait, you can't say 6th?
Yeah, it's the
6th pick. You say 6th pick all the time without any problem.
I don't know why. It's just the context, I guess. Maybe I'm as stupid.
What's the metal sheet that you put down on the bottom of baking pans? Starts with an A. It's like the metal sheet that you put in the bottom of like baking pans and stuff.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aluminum.
Oh, you mean like an? No, that's not a sheet though. That's
yeah, but I was going to ask you how you pronounce it.
Aluminum.
Yeah, some people can't pronounce it.
Are you talking about people who say aluminium?
Yeah, but that's just how the British say it.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, I can say aluminum. There's a couple words that I trip up with it, but sometimes it's contextual. So like depends on what I'm trying to say with it. The bans are done, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but there were bans happening. We saw Jackal, Lion, Maestro, and Echo gotten rid of. And that happened.
The Echo ban is pretty sensible. No Mira. Mira is not banned. That's something. That's really something.
I mean, it's Consulate. It definitely Mira's good here, but she's not.
She's not integral.
Yeah, she's not. Because the thing is that most positions you can put a mirror window on this map. You could just get behind or to the side of them and nullify them easily. There are a couple that you can't, like for example, security downstairs. But you can play security without a mirror window. It's not essential.
So, main lobby defense, Chaos will be starting things off here. Jackal, Lion, Maestro, Echo, your 4 operator bands. I would expect to see a far less structured game between these two than what we just saw in Empire versus Na'Vi. Now, yes, Na'Vi did not look like the greatest team a couple rounds, but Empire's attacks are so routine, so ruthlessly efficient, that structure is just, I don't know, it's a thing of beauty to watch from time to time. I imagine we're going to see a lot of, pardon the pun, chaos. I think both teams will be playing very recklessly. I think it'll be a lot of just overall major slugfests. And it's kind of funny because Consulate has not the worst map for this Sisu roster, so expect to maybe see some good things, but Chaos definitely the favorite heading into this matchup just based on the standings alone. Got it.
Yeah, based on the standings, 100% Chaos favorite team. But as we've talked about, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win. Sisu going to be bringing a very standard lineup here. Capital left unbanned, will be played most rounds. Habana left unbanned too. Very different bans coming from both of these teams. And the last time we saw Consulate, just the match prior, both Na'Vi and Empire banned an attacker that was specifically designed to counter the way that they wanted to play on defense. For Empire, it was Capital, and for Na'Vi, it was the Habana. But this time, it just seems like pure preference in the Jackal and the Lion, and that's not a regression at all. It's just a different mentality.
Agreed. So we've got through almost the halfway mark now here in round number 1. As Sisu have managed to take control of yellow stairs and continue to move on from there, and Slebin will find Vitalin. Down goes the Valkyrie here. Intel will still remain. Oh, what a shot from Crips. On to Gumpy. That's a thing of beauty. As he fades away over by Zulu and continues to fall back. He'll find kill number 2 on Nishate, and now he'll head to rotate somewhere else. Jonas takes out Secretly. You have Jonas on more of a frag-oriented role. I like this change, and then Renouls is there to greet Slebin, who will tumble down the rest of the stairs. And that's a tough position now for Sisu, with Jonas and Bonesy left. But, second kill from Jonas. He eliminates Crips, who'd found his way back to the site, and now Bonesy can go for a plant. There are Red Groove and Renewals. Well, there you go. Red Groove can't hit the shots that he needs to, so Renewals will have to come to the rescue in very first round. Sisu will do the job they need to do to be able to get that diffuser down. Haven't been able to do a single point of damage, though, to either Bonesy or Jonas. Jonas has 2 points, and Bonesy sees one body, but he's got the soft wall next to him. He'll have to watch from far away. A third kill from Jonas, and a good shot from Bonesy will shut the round down, and Sisu will take their very first round of the very first attack.
Good job there to Sisu. And for those of you unfamiliar with the team or the org, it is spelt GiFu and pronounced Sisu. It is a type of Finnish candy, I believe. And it tastes kind of vaguely licoricey. I
don't know anything about that. Also, this is my first time casting Sisu, though, because they were Ents when I came in.
Actually, I don't think it's... It's not... oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I don't think that it's actually... I don't think it's a type of candy. I think it's like the name is derivative of a type of candy. Something like that. Or like... I can't... They explained it to me at like the very... No, it was the second ever LAN. They explained it to me. That was a long time ago, though. So good job to Sisu there on the attack. Now we're gonna see the Mira being brought out here from Chaos. They're gonna go down to the bottom floor. We talked about this. The security Mira window, definitely useful. It's not essential, but it's useful. And while there aren't a lot of other places to bring a Mira here, may as well when it's an option and still can impact the round.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah. So, I'm curious. Are they... Oh, they're going for it. All right.
They're going to do it.
It's not seen this in quite a while. The Mira on the actual garage panel. Let's go.
So there are a couple different things you can do with this Mira window. First thing being that you can bandit trick with it, of course. But also, if you open the Mira window, it's possible to C4 deny the exothermic on the outside. Sisu do have a Habana, though. So that shouldn't be a problem. Like, in terms of risking players, it shouldn't be a problem. In terms of risking hard destruction, it also won't be a problem. Whereas Sisu can simply open up the wall with the Habana charges. The exothermic is not necessary from Thermite. Necessarily. I mean, it depends on how they want to play it, but basically what I'm saying is they don't need to take risks surrounding that Mira window, though it will likely trip them up a little bit, cause them to reevaluate how they want to take into the garage.
Do the old liquid strategy, too, where you pop it and then throw the C4 from miles away to possibly take out the exothermic charge, etc. on the other side of it. It's a viable strategy.
Yeah. If
you want to do that. Very few teams can actually do that, but
The C4 is hard, man.
It's a hard throw to make. Liquid was doing that for the Paris Major, if I remember correctly. It was the Invitational. I can't remember which one they were doing it in, but...
It takes very, very precise alignment and also very precise placement of the Mira window itself, because you can place the Mira window on a lot of different... you can place it very differently depending on where you set yourself up. So you have to coordinate it all.
So first bit of soft destruction being done on the piano room floor. Keep in mind that Sisu's lineup is lacking a buck or a sledge, which isn't all that common. I wonder if Sisu was expecting this to be upstairs.
Air window open.
That's intriguing. Secretly down, tries to get himself back up, but there's Shate to just gun him down with the M249 at Capitao as he will continue to move on towards the yellow stairs. On their heels is Crips, just waiting for the word to push up himself over towards Zulu as the bandit lies in wait. for the time being. Just great patience. Great patience and not even bother to move. He'll spray through the doorway and then get out of there as quickly as he can, as his presence has been made known. Jonas still on yellow stairs as well. He'll be able to cover all the way to the opening, should there be one, towards that Mira window. Smoke down in front of the Mira window, maybe just to obscure some vision, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe push somebody off, but there goes one of the hatches to the ex-Kairos, and there's only 30 seconds left. The only one dead is Secretly.
There's not a lot of time here for Sisu, but they do have the advantage at least, so in terms of man count, so that's good. Lots of denial here from Chaos, though. It should be an easy plant denial from Chaos. The gas canisters are raining in, the smokes to counter. It's a rush from Sisu. Slebin at the head will get eliminated. Bootsy going for the plant, not denied thus far. There's full control of Garage here for Sisu, and they're looking good on this hold. Red Group is going to punish by taking out Gompi, but it's post-plant now. And the last two defenders on the retake. Crips is going to land a nasty shot onto Jonas. Retaking onto yellow stairs, and he has the control because the last two players on Sisu have fallen all the way out of the building. Rightfully so, as it is a post-plant on the Garage. Firepult's coming in for the post-plant to assist in denying the retake. A nice push there from Red Groove, and Bonesy will get the refrag onto Crips, but Red Groove trying to fake it out and land some shots, but not enough. Boonsy, the final one, and Sisu take the round. Well done, attacking into the Garage. They cut it really close with that time, but they managed to make it work because there was not enough denial in the hands of Chaos.
2-0 as well for Sisu on attack here on Consulate. Consulate swings both ways. It can be attacker favored, it can be defender favored. There isn't really a settled, I think, position for them. It's also very operator.
I would say it's balanced, you know?
Influential. Is that the word, balanced?
It's a balanced map, but also,
balanced, got it.
I agree with you.
Struggling to find the word for it.
I agree with you because...
Like lion, balanced.
I agree with you because when you say the operator bands, because the Maestro and the Echo is what ended up costing Chaos that round.
And I don't think the Mira was all that effective either.
Nope. I mean,
and of course, if you're going to bring a Mira, you have to have a good strategy set up for it. And it's not like they didn't. It's just I think that Sisu were able to bypass it in a proper way.
I honestly feel that the Mira is somewhat redundant on that basement hold. I mean, I understand that she can assist in the hold, but it's to a degree that I believe to be like distinctly unnecessary. You really just don't need to have it. There's always a better choice, I would say. However, that is, of course, just my opinion, and so clearly, you know, Chaos did not share that opinion. They decided to bring it. That's fine on them. But the thing that ended up costing them was not necessarily the Mira not being effective, as much as it was the lack of an Echo and Maestro. And why is there a lack of an Echo and Maestro? Because they're both banned. Well, there's not a lot of you can do on the basement of Consulate if you don't have hard information on when the plane's coming down and somebody within reach. Now, the reach is extended with the Echo and the Maestro, but and it sometimes can be extended to a lesser extent with C4s and gas canisters, but you need to have those calls being made. It's likely that the Valkyrie cams that were in a position to do that in the last round were dispatched by the IQ.
Right.
So not a lot of info for Chaos, not a lot of denial potential.
Jonas has been showing up really well. This might actually be the best, like, it's a game so far that we've seen of Jonas.
I mean, when you move to a new team, it always takes time.
Yeah, and I think that there was, I mean, I'm not going to try to get in his head, but I can imagine there being some bitterness and resentment from what took place after, being moved off of G2, but...
Maybe. I mean, I would imagine so. I can't see it there not being, but I don't know because, like you said, we're not in his head. And we didn't see how that situation unfolded behind the scenes.
Beautiful mustached finish head.
He does have a nice mustache.
It's a nice mustache. You don't say that all that often. He makes nice shots, too. Look at that. Bye, Crips.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that was a good shot.
Jonas is solo entering, which he did a couple times for G2 at the tail end of his stint with them, and it didn't always work out all that well, but this time Jonas has been making everybody pay so far, but he's not going to be able to land all the shots on Secretly. Secretly goes cross, and it's 50 damage to Secretly.
Well, headshots trump all, and the regardless of being not a great weapon in terms of just out DPSing somebody will... No, it's a laser beam and it lands headshots. As does Secretly. Red Groove as well, contributing to the death toll as Slevin goes down. That's 2 of the 4 3 speeds on Sisu eliminated. Renewal setting up for a C4 from below. Because the IQ is not in play, he will not be spotted in this position. Well, there's nobody playing in meeting, but the Habana Excaros are going to be denied by Vitaline, at least the first set. He does not risk getting punished on the second set, though. It's not necessary, again, because there is nobody playing in meeting. Smoke's coming out, very strategically placed. They will deny all visual. The plant starts to come out. C4 will deny the first plant. The other C4 might have actually also gone off, but wow, what a double piece for Secretly. And he denies the push from Long Desk. So Chaos win their very first round on the top floor defense.
That was 3 kills for him as well, so good performance, and he could have been shut down by Jonas. Then, of course, that round goes totally and completely differently at the end, but that was not to be the case in this, particular instance. But why are you sitting like that?
I don't know, that's comfortable.
He's like completely tucked up on his chair. He's sitting like Sexy Cake does when Sexy Cake plays.
Hmm?
Sexy Cakes is very similar to that.
Really?
Similarly to that. I can't speak today.
Neither can I. It's been a weird day.
It's like a weird, just can't speak kind of day.
You guys ever have those days you wake up and you're just, I don't want to talk?
No, I mean, I don't have those days.
Oh.
I have days where it feels like my tongue can't keep up with my brain.
I have days where sometimes I wake up and I just feel petulant.
No, that's a word. That's a word.
Like childish, basically. Childish and petty and stuff.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, dude. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sisu have won every single attack except for the top floor, where Chaos just now looked pretty strong. Their setup was decent. They didn't have any meeting hall players. I always feel like playing in the meeting hall on defense, Consulate, top floor, of course, is one of those things that, it's very hard to pull off, but if you can pull it off, it sets your team so far ahead in the round. Takes a lot of setup. Stars need to align a little bit on the operator bands, but again, if you make it work, oh boy. However, the only team out of the 4 that have tried to, well, actually, I suppose we can't judge Sisu yet because they haven't gotten there yet. But of the 3 we've seen defend on Consulate so far, the only one who has decided to go for that is Empire.
Yep.
Worked out great for them. But
no, LFO has done Teller's Archives too, have they not?
well, I'm talking about today, and I'm not talking about the sites. I'm not talking about Teller's Archives. I'm talking about playing somebody inside a meeting when defending the top floor. Because
I totally missed what you were saying.
Yeah, Chaos just gave it up. Navi gave it up. We'll see what Sisu does, but yeah. Slevin.
Crips, again, being the opening death. He has been impactful through so many rounds with great shots, and he's just not to be there. But, I mean, keep in mind, last round, Sisu got the opening pick, and yet, despite that, they still lost the round. So there's a lot that you have to consider with these kinds of things.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it also has to do with your position.
Yeah.
Where the pressure is being applied, the drone work's coming out. We didn't see where that kill was, so. Gas canister here from Renewals, and he will be punished. Slevin, another kill. He's been having a good one so far. Manages to take out those 2 roamers. Or at least one. We didn't see where Crips died.
Yeah.
Probably roamer, though.
Renewals being down is a particular issue, though, right? And there Jonas takes out the 2 batteries. He's cleared entry on in. Down goes Secretly as Slevin is there. And man, Sisu have quite the commanding performance so far. Only 80 seconds left. And it's Vitaline versus Red Groove. More of the floor disappearing now as you see Ash trying to play around it. Red Groove catches 1 as he's pushed all the way up from the site. That leaves Vitaline as the only body down below. Red Groove will finish him off, but they're going pretty well. But Vitaline gets spotted. Oh, another for Red Groove, but he's got Jonas in pursuit, not too far off. And that'll be 3 now for Sisu as Chaos are just not able to win anywhere but that console office upstairs. Where are they going to go to next? Probably lobby.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I would imagine, based on what happened just now on the bottom floor. Now, I kind of want to say role reversal here in terms of who's beating who. But I also, again, I really want to stress how important it is that Maestro and Echo are banned right now. We've been seeing a lot of matches play out like this, where the operator bans dictate the flow of the match. And Consulate needs a Maestro or an Echo sometimes to be a fun place to defend. On many sites, not just on the basement. It's especially relevant on the basement. It's also especially relevant on the top floor. Now, another thing, the way that Chaos are defending, they're not compensating for the loss of a Maestro Echo combination. Again, a simple thing like putting a SAS operator with a shotgun and a shield inside a meeting on a top floor defense can change how that defense plays out. But the problem with that is that you're confronted with a Habana and a Capitao on the attack. And why is that a problem? Well, that's a problem because the Capitao can counter that position by simply opening up above the reinforced wall on the long desk reinforcement, just planting a Capitao firebolt on the ceiling, and it drops down and deals with you in that corner. It's also a problem because the Habana can open up the wall from a distance without exposing herself, as I've talked about before. So there isn't a lot of option for Chaos right now. They're in a corner. The attack bans went poorly. These are preference attack bans. The defense bans went poorly. And when I say poorly, I'm talking about it like in terms of the defense. This very much favors the attack. So yeah, Sisu are having a good one. They got 3 rounds. They're up. They're looking strong. But, you know, asterisks, the bans really so favor the attack. And yeah, that's it. So we'll see if Chaos can bring it back when they switch onto attack, or if they're going to get demoralized by potentially a lot more round. Whoops.
You ever just blow up your own drone? We've all had those days.
We'll see if Chaos can bounce it back on attack, or if Sisu are going to run up the score so much on their attack that maybe Chaos can't bounce back. We'll find out.
Who knows?
But yes, I have done that, Parker. Have you?
Yeah, I killed myself with an exothermic charge today.
Today?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the game was at fault, personally. I mean, that's something we'll talk about later.
That must have been funny.
It's closet on Chele. Anyway, Jonas getting the entry on the renewals. He is having a really strong match. And I think he needs this for his psyche and for his confidence. Sisu's got complete control of piano for the time being, and Slebin is just waiting. As you know, there's somebody playing over by Spiral. They keep going back and forth like he's revving their engine, and well, it's Crips. And oh no, the Ash looks away at the last second. If Slebin can turn back around, he might be aware of it. Crips is there for the trade, though, of Vitaline and the Ash quarrel. Oh, a lot of damage being done, and then Crips now springs out. He's not going to be able to see the Ash, at least for the time being. And because of this coverage, Crips can continue to push up. Oh, he'll catch Jonas, and there's another there on their drone, but Shantae will miss. And he gets to the very top, to the Claymore. This is sloppiness from Sisu, and they're getting caught every step of the way. Vitaline is there as well, and things not going so great for Sisu this time. Chaos reigning over them for the moment.
Wow, Vital with another one over by Visa. Gomfi goes down, and that retake was a riot. Absolute hilarity on the side of Sisu in terms of how they held that down, and a major mistake in their take is going to transition into a site take in the garage, where they managed to get one, but they lose Shate, who is down. Which means Boonsey is now in a 1 versus 3, and Red Groove will finish him off. Chaos take their second defense, and this time not on the top floor, which means they can now go to the top floor, seemingly their best site, and potentially end this first half 3-3, which is very good considering these operator bans.
Man, that just went so badly for Sisu for a couple reasons. Number one, the Ash not looking the right way, and Crips working in tandem with Vitaline to try and get the better of the Ash, and then nobody knowing once the Ash fell off, and there was Slebin, fell off of Spiral Stairs. There was nobody over on Yellow Stairs that was watching drones. Of course, they were all still alive, and there was nobody watching to see if there was possibly going to be a push-up from Spiral Stairs. It was just a lack of coverage. And that lack of coverage happens from time to time, and because of it, what ends up occurring is that Sisu get absolutely run over. They got railroaded by Chaos, as Chaos were able to just continuously maneuver around the rest of the site, all the way up to the 3rd floor, which is where they're going to go for their very final defense up on Console Office, which, up until the previous round, was their only successful defense.
Yeah. So, I did 3-3. Confidence are looking Chaos. I'm going to finish my sentence. I'm going to own up to it. And that's yeah, like I said, given the operator bans, I'd say that's a really good place for them to find themselves. Their setup is pretty standard here. The front red move on the SS, but you can expect him to probably play a little bit more passive, probably by connector. They're opening a bathroom in a retake or kind of position where they want to be able to kill anyone who pushes into bathroom, but they're not going to play it, looks like, themselves. They can still play from that position with those holes being opened up. As there aren't a lot of aggressive angles the attackers can take onto that would expose someone in a bathroom, except for connector window. And you can just play in the stalls if you're worried about connector window. Overall, pretty standard stuff from Chaos. Right now, they are kind of lopsided towards C4 from below. And given the Pulse pick, that will probably give away intentions to Sisu. So Sisu might be able to hard counter that by simply pushing someone downstairs. Looks like it's just going to be an admin office take, though, for Sisu to begin things.
Also sound like 2 drones were collected by Renewals just based off of the audio lines that we heard. They'll allow even greater intel than the Valkyrie cameras and that cardiac sensor of Pulse will allow for. So it's also 2 vital tools that Sisu don't have at their disposal. Despite this, they've been able to clear out admin very fast and push all the way up. They'll be able to get what appears to be that wall leading over towards the doorway into the projector room. It's the A-bomb site, as you can see on your screen. And then they'll be able to push on upwards. There you go. Who's going to be able to shoot all these out? Well, there's nobody over by Circle, or by the spiral stairs. There's one playing inside a bathroom. Jonas, another successful entry. He's down below. He's been so good today on his opening kills. But then he gets immediately traded off, as there's secretly the Pulse down below. Always in a battle to the death against the IQ. Down goes the Capitao as well. As Crips now gets one, and it's a 4-3 advantage for Chaos.
Well, Sisu are all bunched up at the top of Visa stairs, and they have managed to make their way into sight, but there's a Pulse down below, and the gas canisters coming in, making this really difficult positioning-wise. That's going to force secretly to, well, I mean, it's going to give, oh, yeah, it's a sweep from Chaos. What happened there is Sisu, again, stacked up on Visa. They tried to push in. Lots of information from below. The gas canisters forced all of Sisu to push into really not ideal locations. And then it wasn't even a situation where the Pulse needed to whip out a C4 to deny the plant, because Sisu had to go too far forward. They got caught up, torn apart, and yeah, Chaos will take it. So 3-3, again, I'd say that's comfort for Chaos. And this is where I think it's going to get a little bit easier for them, as I do feel like attack is the favorite side right now. So we'll go to the top floor, first things first, for Sisu.
I agree with you. Okay. I agree with you in the sense that I also think the top floor is
being brought first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
I don't
bombs
think
as
it's
they can.
a matter of opinion. I think it's just a
You don't know that.
just a fact.
You don't know that. Could be a matter of opinion.
All right.
Anyway.
It is.
I agree with the lineup, though, what you're saying. I think it's very attacker-favored.
Yeah.
Shate's got Nacox, who's probably going to do that goofy spawn peek that he does at the top of spiral stairs. That'd be my guess.
You think he's gonna commit?
I think so. I mean, they haven't patched it out yet. He's going over there. Let's watch him.
Will Shate go for
10 seconds remaining.
the spawn?
5 seconds.
Sure looks like it. Never
You,
can, though.
you can already tell that it's going to be an admin take, by the way. There's 4 drones sitting outside of
Locate and
admin.
defuse
Yep.
the bomb.
I don't know what Shate is doing. I don't know if I appreciate that we're on this journey together. Marcy, you just stay here for a second. Oh, no.
No, I want to see the story of Shate.
I want to see Shate.
Shate the Brave.
Shate. Marcy.
Shate the Brave.
I know he can hear us.
Shate
Marcy.
the
Brave Sir Robin. Okay,
Brave,
well, Shate's doing
Brave
what
Sir
Shate's
Robin.
going to do. I thought he was going to go for the spawn peek, but no, he's just going to aggressively contest the admin take windows. And what's an admin take? You're correct. Look at all the bodies. Renewals, Crips, basically everybody. The only one that I didn't see over there was Red Groove. Not sure where he is. Shate gets scared off, though. Teams are not going to aggressively defend admin. Let's not kid ourselves. At least not in this day and age. Not in this economy. There's a body downstairs. That was the Jaeger of Sleben that was picked up on a drone. Spotted over towards Visa, and that was what, I guess, attracted Chaos to blowing up the floor and then looking on over in that direction.
Won't Chaos have control of what they want at admin office? Decent time as well to get that done. IQ's going to be playing a huge role here in dealing with the Pulse. Okay, so Capitao's not banned, but he's not been brought. And there's Neither is there a Capital nor a Habana, which means the player inside of meeting or projector only need fear grenades. And since there's a Jaeger, there's strangely no ADS. Either that or it's been cleared out, and the player is going to get picked off by the person on rappel from the balcony. This is strange. Sisu had so many things going their favor in terms of the operators brought here. Chaos didn't bring any of the hard counters to that position, and they still lost it. Unfortunately, the Boonsy goes down. That'll give a lot of control to Chaos on the A bomb site.
Well, you mentioned how much you think it is attacker side, and
yeah,
like I said, I agree with that. Losing Bonesy early is really tough. He's been somebody who ends up being an opening death, I think a bit too often, given the rules that he plays.
I don't have the stats on it, but I mean, I would definitely agree. He does get picked off early a lot, and oh boy,
nobody knows.
There's no info.
Comfy takes one down. Red Groove eliminates Slevin. Comfy runs on in. Oh! And it's a retake being pulled off for the time being, but it's still a 3v2 for Chaos as Diffuser goes down. And, well, they just need to get their ducks in a row. I don't know where Jonas and Comfy are going to come from, but Renewals gets dispatched. Comfy is down, and it's all up to Jonas down below. He catches one. Good shot on a Vitaline, but they know that he's going to have to ascend Visa stairs. There's going to be at least 2 sights at him. Sprays into a body, tossed out a C4. Oh, Renewals has been downed. He doesn't even know it. Finish him off. One more kill to go. Around the corner, hug hard right. But he's behind the deployable shield. Jonas doesn't know where he is. And Red Groove is able to seal the deal. With Diffuser down, Chaos will take the lead. Their very first lead of the game.
That was almost a disastrous throw there from Chaos, but it wasn't. Jonas, a couple misplaced shots is all it took, and a nice try, to be sure, from Jonas, but it wasn't enough. So the top floor, no information. Right. No information from Sisu. The Boonsy gets picked off early on. Chaos walks into site, plants. Done. That's the story. That's that site. There was strangely no pulse underneath. There again, the lack of a Maestro and an Echo just changed the landscape here. And I do feel like Boonsy got picked off way too easily. I understand that the upside down rappel on the balcony is a pain to deal with. I played that position before. I know what that's like, but like you can win that fight. It's definitely doable. He did, I believe, have the shield in the corner, so you also could just play safe from it. So it's just a very, very unfortunate situation for Sisu after losing Boonsy. They didn't adjust appropriately, and Chaos took him to task for it. I mean, that's it.
It's tough.
10 seconds to insert.
It's tough. This is a good showing from Sisu. Keep in mind that they had, what, 15 rounds heading into today?
Yes.
That's 3 per play day. They're at 3 right now. So if they get one more, they've beaten their total, which is good. And it's coming against a respectable opponent in Chaos, a firmly middle-tier EU. Oh, no.
Well, that's unfortunate for Sisu.
That's tough. Vitaline right away with the pistol out. The Thatcher kills the Mozzie. I am hard-pressed to know how that altercation is happening so early.
Very curious, indeed.
All right, well.
I'm guessing he was just, yep, it's a Visa Windows peak, I think. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shate.
I mean, he tried, and he failed. Happens. We all do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, Chaos now with one-man advantage, and they're going to take admin office, it looks like, to clear out the potential roamers, and then start working their way down. It is a basement defense. Slab's going to punish Vitaline, who was trying to get the default cam in the main lobby. A nice aggressive play there from Sisu and Slevin in particular. The aggression, I guess, working out. Second time's a charm.
Working out quite well.
No, it's a basement defense, like I said. And while the garage has been opened up here from Chaos, there are still many off-site players. I mean, wow, they're even getting aggressive on the garage panel itself. This is strange from Sisu, and they're going to get punished for it.
That's the pulse of Jonas, so I don't know if his sensor would have been able to reach Secretly's position, but, I mean, why are you rotating in front of a giant open maw that is, you know, the garage? Like, you know it's opened up. Where are you going?
Maybe he didn't notice until it was too late.
Oh, down goes Gumphy as well. This defense for Sisu through both rounds now has not looked very good. but Comfy's showing that the team still has a little bit of life. There he is. He'll take out Crips. It's a 3v2 though, and Bonesy's taking a lot of damage. Slevin does as well, so barely enough HP to cobble towards 75% of a normal human when you combine Slevin and Bonesy. It's a 2v2.
Yeah. Again, the aggression there from Sisu is what actually managed to bring them back from the brink of destruction.
Right.
It's okay, they lose somebody getting aggressive, and then they get aggressive, and they get some kills. It's a back and forth, but now Sisu are going to just start playing a little bit more passive. Grenade comes out here from Manuels. It will not be caught by an ADS, which means it gets caught by Boonsy, and there's the shot from Manuels as well. Chaos will take 2 attack rounds in a row. That's 4 total rounds in a row, and they put themselves up 5-3. One more till match point. Where will Sisu go? Now again, the ban phase turning out to be attacker-sided in both sides. You know, not only in the attack bans themselves not being too influential, but also in, well, and by that I mean they're preference bans. They're not specific bans for, you know, anything hard position-wise. And then the defensive bans really crippling the defense, especially on Consulate. That's allowing for Chaos to take these rounds, I'd say, really confidently. While that was, yeah, sure, it was a 2v2 in the end, it was still, I'd say that there was very little chance that Chaos was going to end up losing that one.
So, they'll go to
Attackers need to
the
locate
lobby.
and defuse bombs.
Oh, no, back in the garage. My apologies. I don't know why I said lobby. Just one of those days.
One of those days, man.
My pen is running out of ink.
Oh, no, really? Isn't that a new one? I swear you got that, like...
Yeah, I don't know if it's the pen or...
Maybe, was it one of the one? Was it?
Oh, this is a good one. This is a it's a Papermate Inkjoy.
Was it sold in like one of those open kind of where anyone could take any one of them?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why the ink's gone already. It's crazy.
10 seconds to go.
So it's gonna be a base
5
of Mentorino,
seconds to go.
and well, I mean, it didn't work out from last time.
Attackers are moving to defuse
The
bomb.
information, or the lack thereof, was definitely hard for Sisu, but they tried to compensate for that by just being overly aggressive, which almost worked. One thing that I find amazingly curious is, or just amazing, or astounding, you know, whatever.
Amazingly curious. Continue.
Anyway, they're not bringing a Valkyrie. They don't have a Maestro or an Echo, and they're just not bringing a Valkyrie.
Attackers have located a bomb.
No, they're just, we don't need information ops. We're
They
better.
very likely do have a bulletproof camera on Shate, though, because he was using one earlier, so I would imagine...
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's
it.
But that's a
Yeah, but that's
bulletproof
it.
camera. Yeah, that's not enough. I mean, that's just very strange. I feel like it's an opportunity missed, for sure. And especially again to facilitate the aggression that they have clearly been displaying throughout these rounds. The way that they're playing upstairs, for example, I feel like as though there's tools that you can bring to assist this. Why not do that?
Yeah.
It's curious.
No, I definitely agree with you.
It's possible.
Look at this angle.
Yeah.
That is really something.
It's possible, and I don't know because I can't hear their comps, but it's possible Sisu has just said, hey, you know what, just do whatever you want.
Oh, that's a tough shot. Giannis didn't take a single point of damage there, and he almost managed to fell secretly. Renewal's now also very low on HP.
This attack strategy shift is due to the fact that there are so many roamers from Sisu, and Chaos are trying to avoid them, but it might end up coming back to bite them.
Yeah, absolutely. What?
Oh,
that seemed like that should be a headshot.
it was close.
Very, very close. There we go again, but it's all Sisu all the way down. Renewals will get picked up. The two SAS operators now, though, cornered. Vitalin will fight his way out. Baltzy controls the SMG, but Vitalin picks up his second kill. He's on a rampage, 20 HP in a dream. He doesn't know where anybody is.
Gonna have to ace as well.
That is not a common thing.
Yeah, not in a 1 versus 5. Like, this is gonna be difficult. He's gonna maybe see one on yellow stairs if he peeks this right. Ooh, missed shots from Slevin. More missed shots from Slevin. Vitalin would have died to a single bullet, but there you go. Slevin gets it in the end. And Sisu take their first defensive round on the basement, clearly adjusting the clear to go. Well, actually, to not clear. They didn't go for the roamers at all. Just trying to avoid the roamers was the wrong call.
Yeah.
For Chaos, that was a missed call for sure, and it cost them the round. Enough said. They got trapped in servers. I mean, here's the thing: you want to avoid the roamers, yeah. So you push in from Visa straight into server using the dropdown. Okay, that's great. Now you can't get out. You can't use Visa Stairs because it's controlled by the roamers. You can't use the Spiral Stairs because there's somebody playing on Spiral Stairs. So Chaos got trapped between a rock and a hard place, and round over. Done deal. Sisu accepted the gift, and well, it just moved on.
So to the lobby we go, and Sisu has actually beat their round total.
Oh, is this their most rounds for a match?
Well, more than their average.
More, okay, more than their average. That's true, because it's 5. Their average was 5, wasn't it?
3.
It was 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
3 rounds a map.
Okay. Now let's see what their most was. I'll take a lookie here.
Scrolled past the thing that tells you.
I don't like using that, personally.
Because you don't know how to read it.
It's true. Their most was 4, so they have beaten their record.
Well, they tied it.
Well, I thought they... Oh, yeah. They tied it.
They tied it.
Yeah. I was, for some reason, thinking 5.
Well, Chaos has 5.
Yes, Chaos has 5. Probably the reason why, Parker. Navi and Penta both went 7-4 victories over Mouse. So, if Chaos win all of the following rounds, then this will be the third 7-4 loss for Sisu. And they have lost all of their matches. But that's just like, we're talking about rounds count specifically. If they win another round...
Oh, Renewals could have actually gotten a kill there. Very easy kill, too.
Oh.
He's missed so many opportunities to inflict even a tiny point of damage.
No, he just placed an ADS.
He saw the ADS. This is going to be really tough.
Oh,
no! And he dropped the grenade! No, he did not. Okay.
No, he dropped it, but it threw forward, I think.
Not sure where it landed, but Renewals is now going to need to get picked up, and the rest of the team will have to go about their regular duties. That was not a good circumstance for Chaos to find themselves in.
I would describe that as not fun to watch.
No, not particularly fun at all.
Uncomfortable.
Very much in that same boat with you, too, so.
Yeah. Unfortunate. I bet it was more uncomfortable for Renewals, though, as it definitely did cost his team a lot, not only in utility, but also him being now on low HP. It's going to be uncomfortable in the engagements in the future. Gomfi on the CEO windows will take down Vitaline. Sisu now filled with, I'd say, confidence and in a position where they can just get flat-out aggressive, take fights anywhere they want. I mean, I halfway expect some runouts to start happening from these yellow stairs.
It's actually what it looked like Slebin was going to do, and now he's got the Thermite super nearby. That Carbine does so much damage. Down goes Secretly. It's all up to Renewals and Red Groove now, and this could possibly be a fool's errand jumping on in through those windows. There's more aggressiveness. A flawless round shaping up, at least for the time being.
Well, it's only one player left on Chaos. It's Red Groove. Top of Visa Stairs, and he won't get anybody. Sleb in the final kill, and Sisu a flawless round to put them even with Chaos. And I gotta say, the gear shift here from Sisu, just go and peek them everywhere all the time nonstop. Chaos don't know what to do. And it's clear as day in the way that they're playing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The Chaos, they're just lost. I don't think they expected this from Sisu of all teams. Oh, I remember what this is.
What?
I wasn't sure what this is. I got it earlier today. I burned myself when I was ironing my shirt.
He's gesturing towards what is clearly a human burn on a human arm.
Well, it didn't look like that earlier. All right. I don't burn myself often. So it's going to be a top floor defense here from Sisu. I'm basically, what's going through my mind right now is I'm wondering when Chaos is going to catch on to the fact that Sisu are just peeking everything. And they're just going to start taking fights and winning them. I'm sure Chaos are capable of it. They're plenty capable of it. So when is that going to happen?
I'm not entirely certain. You know, it's the it's going to be your upstairs hold. Chaos had this site figured out. It does assure us that we will need all 12 rounds, though. Keep that in mind. So just like map number 1, it's going to go the full distance. Our match of the day ended up being pretty quick.
You can also see that Sisu are going to be holding on to Abnox. Again, it's someone on Sisu at some point in this match just said, hey, peek everything, fight everything. And that's what they've been doing. But it's still going on here in this round. What is Chaos going to do this time around? Are they going to try and mix things up and avoid all of those fights? Or are they just going to confidently take the fights? Because that's the thing. Chaos are perfectly capable of winning them. But they have to not shy away and try to avoid. See what they choose to do. It seems like that's a Mozzie Pest on the window there. Yes, indeed it is. Try and slow down the droning. A lot of people will just throw their drones in through the window. But not so with Crips. Already drones inside, and he doesn't need to. Well, that's admin control. Okay, Sisu decided not to take a hard fight over by admin this time. It's going to give something over to Chaos at least. Pretty standard setup here from Sisu. Gear shift again. Now, this might also trip up Chaos. Might cause Chaos to play slower than is necessary. And that would make sense. Be a smart move from Sisu. Best teams are always the ones that can change mid-match or mid-round even to adjust to their team, or well, adjust to their team. Yeah, adjust to their opponents though mostly.
Adjust to their team.
I mean, it's true.
Their own team.
Yeah, because sometimes, honestly,
I'm teasing you.
Okay. It's hard. I'm not very good at telling.
It was friendly. Don't worry at all. There you go. Lead-off kill is going to come out as Red Groove takes out Jonas, involved in most of the opening kills. This time the other side. And there's another for Chaos, looking to move themselves to match point.
Yep, I mean, some good picks there from Chaos. They set themselves up well on that admin take, and then they execute slowly, and it works out for them because Sisu are playing slowly again.
That's a pretty nice shot.
Well, I didn't see it, but I assume it must have been, yeah.
It was a pretty nice shot from far away. Keep in mind, this whole season, Sisu has never sat on match point, not once.
Yep.
Highest amount of rounds they've got, and things don't look really good. They look quite grim, actually.
Yeah, actually, we forgot to mention this. This is them breaking their round count record per match.
That is true.
They got 5. The most they've ever gotten is 4.
Bonesy sees 1, but it's looking like it'll be a flawless round. Shotay will stop that, at least for the time being. Still a 1v4 and a difficult proposition. Diffuser going down. Nomad right now situated over by yellow stairs. Hard for Shotay to get out of this. 20 seconds left, and there it goes. Successful Diffuser, and the Doc's not going to be able to get himself back up. Chaos on match point. We'll go to the final round.
So, congratulations to Sisu. They have broken their round count record as of the last round. Chaos, though, setting themselves up for a win. Based on how these runs have been going, I would expect one, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it were a draw. That last round, Sisu decided to play passive. They set up to play aggressive. You could see the melee holes being made by the cafeteria to hold on to admin office, and it looked like they wanted to contend the attackers for admin office. Contend with the attackers for admin office. But they decided not to. I must assume that that was a call from the IGL of Sisu just saying, hey, let's play passive. Let's adjust. And I commend them for that, but it was the wrong call, it seems. Because as much as I don't like to encourage reckless abandon and taking all the fights all the time, it was working. It was definitely working for Sisu when they were doing it.
But now it's not.
Well, that round it wasn't because they didn't do it. They played passive. They played safe. The lack of the information ops, I'm telling you, the lack of the information ops on the defense, you have to compensate for it somehow. We're not bringing Valkyrie. We've got a bulletproof camera, yes, in the hands of Shate. No Valkyrie. Again.
5 seconds remaining.
Why? I mean, there's no pulse being brought either. That's nothing.
These are some curious decisions being made.
Ozzy, he was being brought earlier. Why not now?
He's being brought by Chaos, though, right?
I think Sisu also brought him. They brought him on that last round, I think. Because I remember they cleared out the pests on the admin window. So yeah. I don't know. It's weird. No info ops on Sisu. Except for, I guess, if you count the dock with the bulletproof camera.
Which Shate is very likely using, again. So.
Yes, he did. He put the bulletproof camera down by pipes. I think it'll see most of...
I was drinking water from my throat.
Mm-hmm. You feeling better?
Yeah, my throat got like weirdly tight. I don't know, I'm fine now.
Is it the after effects of the bronchitis?
My brontosaurus.
Your brontosaurus, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That is the big neck one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
It lines up. It's really really
It's
cool.
got very long bronchial tubes.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it comes from. I'm no
Is that really?
dinologist.
I mean, that makes
No,
sense.
probably not.
That would make sense, though.
I have no idea. Anywho, so it's been an visa take, and then all the way over to admin as well. Slevin will start things off, taking out Vitaline, and a very good opportunity for Sisu to be able to draw.
Okay, so here we go. This is, again, Sisu with the aggression again. Good, because they recognize that it worked earlier. They're doing it again. Good for them. That's excellent to see if you're a Sisu fan.
That's the Thatcher down as well, and all of the batteries are now on the garage. So this is opportunity for Chaos to get in is basically gone. They're going to have to go somewhere else. They'll have to rely on the sledge to be able to open things up and possibly get the batteries from above. And he's going to do just that. Open the hatch, drop into piano. Why don't you? Is there somebody there waiting? Yes, there is. You can see it yourself.
Mark's coming out, trying to coordinate with Renewals to get the kill,
located by attackers.
but no cigar yet. A very slow take here from Chaos. They're trying to be thorough. They're trying to be careful. They're trying to mitigate the damage that losing Vitaline early on inflicted. But it's not an easy task. Grenade goes out. Gets caught by an ADS.
Doesn't even go off at all. Oh, and felled is Sleben. He'll take out Renewals, traded off by Red Groove.
That's 2, though, for the roamer of Slevin.
They might have gotten the bandit batteries, though, so it might be opportunity for them to enter. Who knows? Gumpy is waiting. Not a lot of time. There goes the exothermic charge, Michael.
Yeah, it's not a great situation, though, for Chaos.
Only 30 seconds left, and Gumpy's still up top. He'll gun down the IQ, and we are barreling towards a draw. Red Groove finds yet another, but he's going to need the remaining 3. He picks up 2. He'll have to get that diffuser. He's got the pistol out. We'll be able to do something. No! It's a draw. The first point on the season for Sisu. It comes against the Swedes.
The Finns beat the Swedes, and that's 1 point in Pro League for the Finns. Congratulations to
Their
them.
first point.
Yeah, their first point. So good for them, good for Sisu. I do want to be that guy, though, and say that I think they could have done it had they kept with the aggression in that second to last round.
I feel like they could have won that match.
That